Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Snap Lab. Today's episode is very special to me. We are stepping into the world of global literature by looking at a powerful excerpt from Things Fall Apart by the legendary Chinua Achebe. This story follows Okonkwo, a man of great pride and tradition, as he returns to his village after 7 long years of exile. Exile is a strong word. It means being forced to live away from your home as a punishment. For our listeners in Pakistan and across the world, this is a story about identity, change, and what happens when the old ways meet a new world. Today, we are practicing literary vocabulary and the past perfect tense. We use the past perfect, had plus verb, to talk about actions that were completed before another point in the past. So, let's travel to the village of Umofia and see if a man can ever truly go home again. The 7 years of Okonkwo's exile in his mother's land were finally over. For 84 months, Okonkwo had dreamed of this exact moment. He had planned his return with the precision of a general preparing for war. He wanted to rebuild his family compound, marry more wives, and reclaim his position as one of the lords of the clan. Okonkwo was a man who valued strength and tradition above everything else. During his long absence, he had imagined that his village, Umofia, remained exactly as he left it. He had pictured the warriors practicing their skills and the elders sitting in the shade, upholding the ancient laws. He was determined to regain his prestige, his high status and respect. But as Okonkwo stepped back into the red dust of his homeland, he felt a cold, strange wind of change. The village had transformed in ways he could not understand. While Okonkwo was away, a new religion and a new government had arrived, and they had changed the heart of the people. He saw a white church building standing where sacred trees used to grow. Most shockingly, he saw men who had once been great warriors now working as messengers and clerks for the new administration. They had become soft. They had traded their spears for pens and their traditions for a new law. Okonkwo was bewildered. Bewildered means more than just confused. It means your mind is lost because the world doesn't make sense anymore. He went to his old friend, Obierika, looking for answers. "What has happened to our people?" Okonkwo demanded. "Why do they not fight? Have they lost their hearts?" Obierika looked at the ground and spoke with a heavy voice. "It is too late, Okonkwo. The white man has stayed. He came quietly with his religion, and we thought he was a fool. But now he has won our brothers. He has put a knife on the things that held us together, and things have fallen apart." Okonkwo looked at his own family and felt a sharp pain. His eldest son, Nwoye, had already abandoned the family traditions to join the new church. This was the greatest insult of all. Okonkwo had hoped his sons would grow up to be fierce and traditional like himself. Instead, he felt that his family tree had been poisoned. The homecoming was not the grand celebration he had expected. The people of Umofia were busy with new schools and new markets. They didn't have time to listen to the stories of the old days. They didn't care about the titles Okonkwo had earned in the past. Okonkwo stood alone in the center of his compound. He realized a terrible truth. A man can return to his land, but he cannot return to his time. The world he loved had been replaced by something he did not recognize. He was a stranger in the very place he called home. This story is a classic of post-colonial literature because it shows the subaltern voice, the voice of people whose lives were changed forever by outside forces. Before we go, let's look at what we actually practiced in this session. The past perfect tense. We used many had plus verb sentences. Example, he had planned, they had transformed. We use this to provide background context to a story. Literary vocabulary. You learned words like exile, forced absence, prestige, status, compound, and bewildered, extremely confused. Deep themes. We explored the concept of cultural conflict when two different ways of life crash into each other. Symbolism. We learned how a knife represents the force that cuts through the unity of a community. Thank you for practicing your English and your literary analysis with me today at English Snap Lab. Tell me in the comments, when a society changes very fast, is it better to hold on to the old traditions or to accept the new ways? I look forward to your brilliant insights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this lesson with your fellow students. Until next time, stay thoughtful and keep practice.